Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I think it's important to respect history, and few games are as historically accurate as this one. It's Jamestown. This is how it all went down, for real. You know, before I brought back the magic and wonderment of Classic Game Room in 2008, I spent years producing historical documentaries on subjects like the American Civil War, the World's Fair of 1893, and George Westinghouse. And I'll tell you, one of the most important things about making a historical film is accuracy. Don't believe the crap you learn in school. This is how the New World was actually settled. American history finally told correctly, just like my version of Westinghouse, where George kills Thomas Edison with a lightsaber. Are those the things from Plants vs. Zombies? Were those really there? Man, these guys did their research. Jamestown, a vertical scrolling spaceship shooter style game that takes place in the Old World. Or, at the time, the New World. From Final Form Games, available as a reasonably priced download from Steam, this is a game that fans of this genre must immediately pick up. Although I should warn you, at first it did not start at all on my PC. It wouldn't work. So after 2 emails to the developer and no response, thankfully Brandon from the CGR crew figured out how to fix it, since I'm technically incompetent. So indie developers, if you're going to sell a product, respond to your tech support emails. Regardless, the game is excellent with terrific level designs, fun enemies, and cool music. When you start the game, you've only got a few things to choose from, and you unlock new spaceships and new levels. There's some additional ships available as DLC, but I stuck with the 4 original ones and have enjoyed figuring out what works best where and why and how and when and, all that stuff. I like this ship that launches the giant, slow-moving death balloons at enemies. They're great for boss battles, but they've all got their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm playing this one with the Xbox 360 controller. As you can see, it's got solid visuals and great music. As you blow up enemies and collect coins, there's a little bar that fills up on the top left, which you can activate and start Vaunt mode, which gives you a shield temporarily and then increases your points. There's 5 difficulty settings, and you can even play with up to 3 of your friends for a giant 4-player co-op game of Jamestown. I can't believe I never learned about this stuff in school. I mean, what else was I lied to about? I've since learned that the first president of the United States was Alf, and we're all enslaved by the Canadians, who use their telepathic powers and cybernetically engineered moose to get us to do their bidding. They conveniently left that part out of Jamestown, the Canadian Cyber War of 1883. But no matter, you'll come away from this game smarter and probably frustrated after it kicks your ass. Jamestown packs a punch, but it's still tons of fun with loads of replay value. So a huge Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to my friend Lost One on Steam. Lost One, that's very dramatic. One wonders if you'll ever be found. Jamestown is not a terribly long game, but the variety of spaceships and numerous difficulty settings give you many ways to enjoy it. Also, level 5 is just menacing. There's an additional remixed storyline mode that you can unlock, which is quite entertaining, and some bonus challenges and stuff. Basically, they've done a nice job. It's cheap, it's got great sound and music, and it plays well. What more do you really want? And it's a kick-ass game in one of my favorite genres. The historically accurate vertical scrolling spaceship shooter, where Jamestown fits in nicely with games like Robo-Aleste, where you're piloting a giant robot over feudal Japan. History told correctly and played properly. Jamestown.